everyone.
Hi.
Okay, so Jason proposed that we talk about integrity. I can talk about integrity. I can talk about integrity.
Yes, so can I.
But I want to know what you want to say about integrity, and I want to kind of get the intention behind this talk so that I can aim my contribution.
Well, so here's what I was thinking, right? Because this recording is usually scheduled for the morning, and this morning we had something else that I needed to do, and our kids were sick, so so we didn't do it, right? And you said no, we got it, like we gotta do it, right? And which I agree, right? And I was like, yeah, let's do it on Thursday, 2 days from now, and and that's kind of like pushing it far, right? And I was just I was thinking about it. I was like, well, what would it take for me to do it now, to do it today? And at first I got that it would take effort. Like I would need to organize things, and I would need to focus, and I couldn't just like
go
with the flow of life, because number one. But at the same time, as I was imagining myself completing it and doing it and getting it done today, as opposed to waiting till Thursday, I felt so good.
Yeah.
Right? And so it got clear that we got to do this today. But and in the process of like just doing that thinking for myself, I realized that that's part of why keeping our word and doing it in a way that works, in this case was like with you and I, like it takes something.
It does, yeah.
But the fact of doing effort in itself brings about benefits. Like I'm unstoppable today. Make an effort. En anglais.
Making an effort, yeah. I mean, you see, anything else?
No, it's good.
I love it because for me, as you know, it's an ongoing obsession with how to take something that is ordinary, that we do every day, that is ordinary, and turn it into something that is extraordinary. So if I let myself, this is just the case with me, if I let myself push it further, like say, okay, let's just do it on Thursday, or let's just not do it now, or let's just stop. It takes that much more effort to reignite the motivation to do it.
Yes.
And also, it dilutes the intention that we show up as ourselves with something that is an experiment, as an inquiry, right? Because we don't have our intention is really to just get people to know us better, share what's going on in our lives, really not, like we're trying not to preach and coach and like that. And I think I show up a lot on social media with like, sign up for my workshop, for my program,
Right.
Work with me. And so this was more about just giving people an insight to how we operate in our daily lives, because being that we were both leaders, being that we were both coaches, and that we take our lives seriously, I wanted to have people see that behind the scenes there is effort being done day in and day out. So for me, it can go into like pushing, which I don't think it's good. Like there are times when you're gonna have to break your word because it doesn't work to keep it. Like the week that kids were here, I think there was like 1 week that we consciously decided not to do it on that week because kids were at home and we designed it that way. But then when surprisingly kids were at home the week after that, we decided to include them.
Yeah.
So I think there's something about always having the intention to keep your word, looking from there. And then when it really doesn't work, and when I say it doesn't work, not like you don't feel like it, but it actually creates a break rather than fulfills on something, then you want to reset and rewire.
Yeah.
Right? So integrity is a really good topic, I think, and it's something that is really, really important to base the relationship on.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we got to do it, and
Yeah.
here we are.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Is that it? Is that gonna
Yeah.
be just a quick?
That's it.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess this is it for today. But just for anyone that might not come from the same background as us, transformational background and stuff like that, like I'll just say that when we talk about integrity, it's really not about morality or ethics, because morality and ethics are both based on agreement, and ethics is like elevated level of agreement, right? It's
Mhm.
elevated, but it's still based on agreement. So integrity, however, is something that is a universal law, like what works.
Right.
So if a bird broke, her wing, the bird would not be able to fly anymore. So integrity is similar to congruency, I guess,
Yeah.
in regular language
That
without
makes sense.
jargon.
Yeah.
People would use the word congruency, meaning every part of the whole does its job for the benefit of the whole. So in human relationships, the integrity often translates with being your word, right? Because if I relate to you as how I feel like it, we would be divorced and married many times over, delicious. So you know what I
Yeah,
mean,
totally, right?
So it's important to have a word in a matter, because then I'm aligning my life with my intention and what's possible, rather than this wave of emotion that can come and go all day long.
Yeah.
And so basing relationship on or having integrity be a foundation of our relationship is
Yeah.
really important. So this thing, as little as it is, it also, like, it lifts us up, right? Like, this is going to
Yeah.
be checked off the list and not on the bottom of some to-do list that you have.
But for me, it's beyond like just having it complete and having it
Mhm.
done, which is awesome in itself. What I noticed is, I feel amazing about myself that I got it done. In the face of, and it's a silly thing in a way,
Yeah.
like, we reschedule whatever, but it's complete.
It's who you
It's
become.
done. Yes.
It's who you become in owning, or honoring rather, yourself as your word. So rather than being a set of complaints and excuses, you become your word. So there's like, we always have a
Or
choice in life.
explanations.
Exactly.
It's not even excuses for me. It's
Explan-
explanations.
in your case, explanation. But so you're either identifying with explanations, excuses, and why nots, or because ofs, right? Or you identify with, I'm doing this,
Yeah.
and I'm doing that today.
Yeah.
And who you become when you honor, I'm doing that today, is you'll get that your word is the law in the universe. It's
Yeah.
priceless. I think
Yeah.
it's absolutely priceless.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
I hope you guys benefit from hearing us.
Yes.
Thank
See you
you.
next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.